Today is all about dropping masks. A masculine is ready to drop their mask. They feel like they've wasted too much time. And it is now time for the feminine to utilize the gifts that they've been hiding away. I just want to say that although this is recorded for a particular day, please keep in mind that these readings are timeless, so whenever you come across it, you're meant to find it. And there may be a message within for you. Hello everyone, it's Amanda with Orchid Divinations, and I'm here with your message of the day. So today I am seeing that this is predominantly a love reading, especially for those who may consider themselves in a twin flame or a deep soul connection, particularly when this Unity card comes out. This is mainly in this deck my twin flame card, or at least resonates to be that for me. I can pick out some general messages in here, I do see that, but this is mostly calling out at me as a love read. So what I'm going to do is I'll do it a second parter if you don't resonate with this, and that'll just be concentrated on the general aspect that I can pick up on this, because those that find my channel, this is kind of about, the whole reading today is about dropping masks. And so I'm seeing that it is important, like for the feminine right now, to utilize the gifts that they've been given in their lives. And for the masculine, it is all about dropping the mask of the feelings that they've had for a feminine for quite some time. So like I said, I'll go ahead and I'll do a two-parter. Before I get started on the read, I had another download. Well, this is actually something I came across on my walk with my dog, and I was walking and all of a sudden I looked down and there was this little tiny, it looked like a cupcake topper, and it was a masquerade mask, a green masquerade mask. And so I'm sitting there walking and I'm like, well, that was strange to see just randomly on a, maybe someone had a birthday there and was celebrating, but something kept resonating in my head. Masks, masks, masks are coming off, masks are ready to fall off. And then of course when I did the read, I am seeing just that. So that'll go ahead, and that kind of gives us the basic setup for this read. So let me go ahead and get into it. So we start off with the Trust Your Intuition card that came out. This is a card all about truth. It's about uncensored feelings, about being absolutely honest with yourself, and being truthful with another person. With this card, relationships deepen and people are honest with each other. Like I said, dropping that mask. And it's also about a card where someone is considering timing as far as when they expose these feelings. So I'm like, well, that's very interesting. So as far as the masculine side, it feels like someone is ready to be truthful. And so here we see the reason for this is because they feel like they have taken too much time. Here with gotcha in reverse. This is usually like the tower card in this deck, but when it comes in the reverse, this talks about someone who is sitting in stagnation, in misery, boredom, or pain, and they just refuse to move. So when it's upright, this is like a sudden shock or like a rude awakening, like a tower that kind of pulls them out of this energy. The masculine knows that he's been sitting in this energy for a very long time, and he knows that the opportunity with the Guardian of the Gate, this is the opportunity card, is now. He is tired of being stuck in this state. This is where we've last seen him. It's just he's bored, he's miserable, and he's in pain. So then I come over here and I'm like, okay, so what is causing this well, obviously he feels like he's wasted a lot of time, but in seeing these two cards, I'm drawn very heavily to the imagery. So here we had a masculine that was focused mostly on his, or used to be focused mostly on his material realm. Here we see all this money, all of this stuff behind him, and now he is starting to see a new perspective, that this was actually not the way to go, not the way to focus, and he's now seeing the value and the opportunity with you to get the fulfillment and the prosperity that is not fulfilling him over here, that's keeping him bored, that's keeping him stuck. So we actually have a masculine, and to me, whenever I see this, I always see a girl that is sitting holding her phone. To me, it's like someone who's in the glow of a cell phone light and just kind of sitting there, and we see the words responsibility rests within yourself. And we see a mask, that very mask, sitting over here to the side. So this tells me that the masculine is, again, I think he's more poised than he's ever been in my readings, and he's actually gotten to the point where he's picked up his cell phone. He knows he needs to say something. You know, he's away from the community that he used to be within. His mask is now ready to be down with this Trust Your Innocence card. And he is trying to type up these drafts to the feminine to let them know, I have turned my back now on these things that have kept me stuck, that have kept me bored. It's just, you know, that imagery is just so prominent to me, especially with that mask on the side. This is the mask that he's ready to take down. And he knows, again, he is responsible for being the one to reach out. It is so very prominent to me too when I get this unity card. Obviously, it's with the word unity, it's like union ready to come in. This is so close and on the horizon, and I've never felt this energy as close as I have, which being in a connection quite similar myself, in a twin flame connection, this is something that I never thought I would see. You know, I was kind of resigned to he's going to keep wearing his mask. So, you know, I'm just going to let it be what it is. And if we learn on both of our sides, at least we're growing. But this is someone who, with the heed wise counsel and the you have time, this tells me that he had the reason for him taking as long as he did was he had people in his life telling him, regardless of age, because I know that my masculine is, you know, he's not young anymore. I mean, he's close to his 40s, so it's not like he, you know, you know, it could be like that midlife crisis thing, you know, getting a little into my personal life here, but somebody told him, hey, you have time. Take this time out to just enjoy yourself, you know, get your material stuff in order. You have enough time. But here with this card, it also comes with a meaning of feeling the pressure of a time crunch, of knowing that you may not have as much time as you think that you do. So this advice that he had, where it's like you can take all the time in the world that you need, he's starting to see that this has just kept him stuck, and he knows, he's like, it's time to be honest, it's time to grab my phone. Now with the Knight of Cups here and the Devil, in between the King of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, this is that offer that the masculine now wants to bring in. He's realized deeper feelings, this King of Cups here. He knows now how he's been feeling, and he's been sitting in with the Pook on the side here. This is a card of paradox and confusion. So he's been sitting in this confusion for quite a while, and he now knows how he feels. And we see, as I mentioned in another one of my reads, these two rings here on the hand offering up the pentacle. This to me is another symbol of someone wanting to come in and bring an offer of union. They've closed off the other opportunities. They're trying to put that behind them because they know that it is not a place that they want to be. However, with these two cards that were in the center, this tells me, with the Knight of Cups with the Devil, this tells me that this masculine knows that when he first, or when they, because it's not about gender, when they first pursued you romantically, they were in a very toxic place. And this was just because it was a projection of the people around them that they didn't see as toxic. It was a very familiar energy. It just seemed like, you know, like a very it was comfortable. It was the social thing to do. I mean, you think of golden retrievers, you think of like comfort and friendship, and but it was, in reality, it was toxic. I mean, this was like a false friend in disguise. And this created this kind of toxic behavior within the masculine when they first started pursuing you romantically. However, with his head here now in this trash can, this owl trash can, he is starting to look at the trashy behaviors, of the toxic behaviors. He's really immersed himself in it and is trying to see and gain the wisdom with all these owls on how these behaviors really didn't benefit him or the connection. And with these 3 stars up here, it's like the 3 of Pentacles. He's now kind of trying to work on these toxic behaviors and again take the wisdom from it. So again, we see someone, this has been weighing on him for quite a while now. He's feeling the pressure of time. So again, I would expect, again, everybody has free will, but based on the cards I'm seeing here, this looks very promising for an impending union and for someone to finally drop the masks that they've been wearing. Hello everyone, it's Amanda with Orchid Divinations, and as promised, I am back with a general read. If you did not resonate with today's romantic read, which I decided to do as the first part because this was just so evident of romance that I didn't that I had to get that one out first. But I know not everyone is here or resonating with a romantic read. So what I am seeing again with that download that I got earlier of that mask that I saw when I was walking my dog, that little cupcake topper mask. And oh, I forgot to mention that it was green, which is the color of the heart chakra. So if anybody came to this general read, it was, taking down the masks that we wear within our heart and being true to ourselves. So it was this little cupcake topper that was a mask. And so today I'm seeing, when it doesn't come to love, this comes to being true within yourself. We have this trust card here, or the trust your innocence card. This talks about being honest with self and really learning to trust your inner sense or intuition. And because I feel such an intuition card, like someone who has, it seems like most of the ones who are seeing this video with this unique gifts card on the side have some kind of intuitive gifts. And even if this isn't like regarding intuition, I'm feeling like you have some kind of deep empathetic gift. Like you could be some kind of a counselor or a therapist, but I'm getting a lot of people who are watching this have some latent psychic tendencies, or again, intuitive gifts. Maybe they read tarot as well. But, I'm sensing that it is time now to open your heart and accepting these gifts, because currently what I'm seeing with the gotcha card in reverse, this is someone who is stuck in misery, boredom, and pain. And usually when it is right side up, it's like the Tower card, a rude awakening, a sudden shakeup. And this is necessary in your life right now. And the universe is saying with the guardian in the gate that that time is indeed now. You have to claim the fact that you feel stuck and bored with what you feel like you've been told that you need to do. Now, it may feel with the prosperity and the purity card here that this avenue of following your intuition, following your gifts, does not seem to you like it would be a very money-making opportunity. And someone who's just starting my channel as well, it is kind of discouraging where it's like, okay, you have to build up an audience, you don't make very much money to begin with. I do have personal clients, but so far with these avenues, it's like it takes a while to build. So you've had this money making, whether you're in the regular work realm, you know that even though this is a very, it makes you money, you're wanting to look for something more. The universe again is presenting this opportunity to you to really drop the masks. Here we have the wording, responsibility rests within yourself. To really know, I'm getting someone who is sometimes watching these TikToks or watching these YouTube channels and saying, hey, I can do that. I have these abilities within me. I have a message to get out as well. And the universe says, it's time to not just drop that you can drop that persona when you're at home. You don't have to wear that mask in this, or I mean, you don't have to wear this mask at home that you do when you're in the corporate realm, or however, whatever you're doing to make money. Now, I'm not saying quit your job to go ahead and pursue this, but the universe really wants you to contemplate this right now because, again, it's time to shed that mask, which is keeping you stuck. So here I am seeing with the Heed Wise Counsel and You Have Time, this card is in this context, it's a pressuring card of you are running out of time. The universe is kind of telling you, you've taken too long sitting on these gifts. Again, the opportunity is here. The opportunity is now. With this pentacle, with the Ace of Pentacles, the opportunity is now. You're feeling like these other opportunities don't have much to offer. We have this window that's closing, and again, you're looking for something else, something that brings you back into union with yourself, finding self within or without. It's time now to really connect your heart to your outer world. And again, this with the pook on the side, it's a paradox. This is a paradox. This is confusion, because with the 10 of Wands here on the side, it just seems like it would be so much work and more burden to pursue this avenue. It's like, well, how do I go about it? I have to juggle both the day job and this avenue if I want to even start making money. But the paradox is that this has been weighing on you. You know that you're not happy. You know that you have gifts that need to be exposed to the world. And the universe is saying, in this energy, it is now time. Whether you do it on the side, whether you just do, a read a week, or, you get into, you go and do those hotlines where you are, you don't need to get a therapy degree, but where you help counsel other people, just something to really put your heart out there. Because hiding away in the corporate world with this mask, it is really eating away at your soul. Now, I'm seeing that some of you may even have a experience here with the Knight of Cups and the Devil of toxic relationships, maybe even I'm hearing narcissistic or abusive relationships in your life. And with the King of Cups here and the Ace of Pentacles, I'm being told that maybe if you pursue like a therapy or a counseling type avenue, you're someone who has a lot of wisdom, having been in or observing such toxic relationships, friendships, family matters. You have a lot of wisdom to depart. You've closely analyzed, all these things that maybe you've put in the past, you've, put in the trash bin. It's now time to do something with it. You can recognize these behaviors, and therefore, using your kindness and compassion, offer up that, the knowledge and the wisdom that you've gained, and use this as part of the opportunities to bring together people, as well as bringing back together yourself with the resonance within. Remember how in one of the reads we talked about being heavily skewed toward a masculine perspective, towards a masculine energy, where we're keeping ourselves so distracted with the outer realm that we're forgetting to come back into ourselves and be more receptive. We've just, as a society, it's the, being in the corporate world and climbing ladders, and now it's really time to claim those gifts, claim your compassion, really find a way to get yourself out of this boredom in order to find that unity within yourself, and maybe to deepen relationships you have with others, because this card is about deepening relationships. Or if you don't have anyone in your life right now, drawing in, once you are really true to yourself, a partner that mimics and matches that frequency and that energy. So again, I know it feels paradoxical because it does seem like this would be really, really hard, but the universe is saying that now is the time. I know it feels like this would be stepping away from other avenues that are making you money, but they really do not resonate with your soul. So it's time to not just sit at home watching videos like this and drop your mask in private. It is now time to actually engage yourself in that world. The universe again is advising you that time is kind of running out to claim this part of yourself. So again, you don't have to quit your job. I'm not suggesting that, but just think about incorporating it in any small way that you can. So that is your read. I'm sending you all my best with love and light. Have a wonderful rest of your day.